Hey, welcome to Weird Wednesday on BaloneyBrain.com. I am your host, John House, or Used Toy, here with Daryl House, or Suburban Hobo. How you doing today, Daryl?
Gee, you wouldn't believe how good I am. I just got an email that in Nigeria with FedEx, somebody just put $200,000 into a banknote for me. I'm a wealthy man here today.
Well, that's funny you mentioned that because apparently in Iraq there was an account that was lost, and they're going to send that to me.
Unbelievable. You know what? We just live charmed lives.
Absolutely.
That's what it is.
I only have to send them $1,000 first to cover the shipping and the.
Mine only was $75. Let me do mine first, and then I'll pay your $1,000. How's that? When I get my $200,000, I'll pay you $1,000, and we'll just split the. How much are you getting?
I think $26 million.
Oh well, I'm only getting $200,000.
Well,
pay your own $1,000.
Comes from Saddam.
Hey, well, he had the money to spare, you know. Well, you know, John, I talk about all the time what great jobs you and I have. I mean, you own a bar, and I'm a musician. You're a musician. We write. We have fun. We're creative. But I was thinking that this morning reading my newspaper, and you know how I am with the newspaper, a really great job is this guy here in Broward County who was a judge. His name is John Hurley. His friends call him Jay. Well, you probably see in the newspaper like John J. Hurley. But we get to read and talk about these stories, and he gets to see these jerks face to face. Just today, let me give you a quick example. I saw this one on the newspaper also. On Florida's Turnpike, somebody stole a truck at a truck stop that had $75,000 worth of Campbell's soup in it.
Wow, that's a lot of soup.
Good. So they actually caught the guy, and between the soup and the cost of the truck, they showed $350,000 combined value there. But that's just one of the stupid stories. This John J. Hurley also saw these two brothers yesterday, who there was an art show this past weekend in one of the towns that makes up Broward County, and they had brought in a portable ATM machine.
Nice.
Well, they left it there overnight. These two brothers pull a pickup truck up, and they throw this ATM in the back of their truck. They take it home. They break into it. They get all the money out of it. They go to the local Seminole Indian casino. They lost the money. They go back home, and they load the ATM, the broken ATM, back into their pickup truck, and they drive out to the Everglades where they're going to dump it into a canal out there. Somebody saw them. So in addition to being captured and having the grand theft for the ATM, they also got busted for littering with over 500 pounds of litter. So, this is stupid. John J. Hurley, you are my hero.
Absolutely. Well, I've got this story, and I knew it was true. Men in Black had it right. There is actually some research that two scientists in Kazakhstan believe humans may have extraterrestrial stamp embedded in our genetic code.
Nanu.
A mathematical message that would be explained by Darwin's theory of biological evolution, according to the Huffington Post. The scientists are suggesting that an advanced alien civilization seeded our galaxy eons ago with a little genetic code, and I'm guessing maybe they liked the locals, so to speak.
Well, maybe when E.T. phoned home, it was a local call.
Yeah, absolutely. I always knew there were aliens among us.
Well, I hope they were good parents. I have a story about a good parent here. She got called to school because her kid was being suspended, and she thought what he needs is a good smack. So she goes into the office and she smacks him, but it's the wrong kid. There was a kid who was sick and was waiting for a ride home. She apologized, and then she slapped the right kid. But apparently there's no slapping of any kids allowed in the school because she was arrested and charged with assault and battery on both accounts.
Wow.
Don't beat me, Mama, don't beat me.
Sometimes you spare the rod, you spoil the child.
Good parenting.
But speaking of good parenting, it's almost a downer. I hate the story, but it's so weird that I had to include it. A South Carolina man has been arrested for child endangerment after cops found him and his 13-month-old son just walking down the interstate completely naked.
Interstate?
Yeah.
It's not like a country road. It's the interstate.
No, it was a highway. I guess it was a state highway 25 near Travelers Rest, South Carolina.
We're not talking Andy and Opie here, right?
No, completely naked. So the officers tried to intervene, and the guy bites his own baby. And so after that, the nut job ran into the woods, and it reminds me that there are some people that shouldn't have children.
You're absolutely right. Well, speaking of spare the rod and spoil the child, my last story comes with a daylight of Madrid, Spain. Spain has raised the minimum age for marriage to 16 from what had been... Spare the rod and spoil the child. Did you get that?
I got that.
From what had been one of the lowest in the world. You can get married at 14 as part of a wider reform to improve health and safety for children and adolescents. The reform announced by Spanish Health Minister Ana Mato. It sounds like,
I'm thinking you're making that up.
No, it's actually, I've got it right here in front of me. It also raises the age for consensual sex from what was the lowest in Europe at age 13. The story goes on to say that the new age will be decided by Parliament. I think we need to keep government out of our bedrooms. But in a related story, the Commonwealth of Kentucky has ruled that it is an offense to attend a family reunion just to cruise chicks.
Now, don't forget, we both are of Appalachian descent.
The family that lays together stays together.
All right. Well, apparently in Argentina, people can't tell toy poodles from ferrets injected with steroids. People down there are taking ferrets and weasels and injecting them with steroids and selling them as toy poodles. So I mean, wouldn't you know the difference?
I thought they were trying to sign him to the New York Jets.
Well, they apparently this is a big problem down there. So the Daily Mail has put in a checklist so how you can tell that your new dog isn't a gigantic weasel on steroids.
Do you have that list? I'm fascinated by this list.
Oh, I do. It'll give me just 1 second to find it, but.
If your weasel wears a spiked collar, chances are he plays for the Steelers.
All right, you ready for the
your
list?
Wombat.
Okay, ferrets typically have brown, white, or mixed fur and are around 51 centimeters in length, which includes a 13-centimeter tail. They weigh around 3 pounds and have a lifespan of 7 to 10 years. So I guess your toy poodle, when it dies prematurely, you realize, oh, gosh, that must have been a weasel.
I could have had a V8.
Also, when your dog is making a soft clucking noise called duking, then it's actually a ferret. Let's see.
I can't stand it.
Toy poodles are described as sweet, cheerful, and perky. Weasels are not.
John, what a good week this is for the news. I'm loving it. Listen, I'm going to pull the plug on this broadcast before it goes to the toilet.
Well, come see us next week on Weird Wednesday here on BaloneyBrain.com.
Bye-bye, everybody.